leave. Just go back to San Francisco.
Does the Mayfair house have a mind of its own? And as the coven tries to bind Lasher to another witch, his origins are revealed. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm, and today I am reviewing episode number 5 of Mayfair Witches. As always, spoilers abound, so just be aware. So today we are going to take a look at Mayfair Witches. We're getting back to this series. I am doing a double episode of episode 5 and 6 together, and the last episode will be 7 and 8. That will be coming probably in the next couple of weeks. Now, so far, the show has been a little bit on the slow developing side. A few more interesting things happened in the last episodes, so I'm hoping we're moving along, and these next 2 episodes are going to get a little more interesting. With that, here we go with episode number 5. All right, here we go with this first episode for today, and we are back in time looking at the history of the Mayfairs.
Cottage and found this woman.
Okay, apparently the woman did something to the baby, so we'll see what happens.
How is it?
All right, we're back.
Living in a place where snow's never gonna happen.
We're at the Mayfair house, and what is going on here? Okay, so this is showing them apparently they like each other. And his wound is actually changing.
Do you?
Where are your clothes?
And they're realizing, hey, we're doing this, and where's her clothes? All right, she's looking around and finds something. I can't really tell what is that. Is it like a little dagger or something?
Nice and slow. We need to keep your blood pressure down.
So they're trying to get out of this house now. And uh-oh, it is not opening.
You fell in love with her, didn't you? Shouldn't have done that.
Who's that supposed to be?
Perfectly fine. I'm not.
It is him. He wants me to die.
Okay, because they are together, Lasher wants him to die.
I can't go along without her.
Okay, I've never gotten that woman's name. Is it Suzanne? She's close to Carlotta. Okay, we're going to try to heal Cyprian now.
What do you want from me?
And things just seem to keep changing in this house. Well, that can only mean one thing. And there is Lasher.
Tend with. Is that how you think of love?
Is to dance.
And so, I mean, it seems like he has a thing for her. And it looks like she has a thing for sweets. And I just don't know what to think about that potential relationship there.
You couldn't save it.
So she had tried to save an animal. Ah, interesting.
You can't be here.
Okay, why?
I call for help. Hide.
From
His people are going to be coming. Boy, as soon as she left, they were there.
You know what being did this?
We had him watching in Mayfair.
Boy, you can just tell. She's like, what are you doing that for?
Me now.
He's done this before. What happened?
Is she like phasing in and out? What's going on with her?
This
So is that some type of family book or something? Spell book? I don't understand why she's sending her down the stairs here.
His family. You can't get rid of me with a handful of lettuce.
Get me out of here!
I mean, she did find that body.
I'm in charge.
There you go, girl. Now you've got to start feeling that you're in charge all the time. And maybe some things are going to happen. Of course, that door does pop open for her. And it's basically, at least I think, because she took charge and it's her house and it's got to do what she says. Or at least that's what I would say.
By magic, as am I unbind.
So, well, they're trying to heal Cyprian here. Okay, that's that. Isn't that knife thing that Rowan picked up? That's a little bit uncomfortable there, her pulling that out. I didn't like that very much. And I don't know why he left there.
There's a way out.
Carlotta being Carlotta here. And is that really Carlotta? And I think we're going to get some reveals here with Carlotta. She's not very nice.
Think you could just leave? Just go back to San Francisco?
Yeah, she's got that evil witch look.
There's no happiness ahead for you in this life, but there is in the next.
I mean, she's wanting her to kill herself. That's not nice.
I should have killed you when you were a baby.
Well, that's very not nice. Come on, Carlotta. There you go, Rowan. Get rid of her. She's going to be evil.
Talamasca? I knew the secret agent part, but
So, Talamasca is that group's name. I don't think I've really known about it. Okay, she just had to kill Carlotta to get out of the house. And then she goes walking out and goes down the street. Just real quick on this first episode of this review, it's number 5. This has all been about getting out of the house. The house trapped her in, and it does look like it was the house trapping Rowan in, and not necessarily Lasher. I don't know that he has any power over the house, but the house, Carlotta had controlled it somehow. I don't know that we'll ever know that, or how much she controlled it. But it seems like Carlotta had to basically reveal herself and show that she is not very nice, and that ended up with Rowan killing her, and then she could leave the house. We hear the name of Cyprian's group, the Talamasca, and, we also see Rowan together with Cyprian.
That's not for you to say.
Okay, so we're back prehistory here. And then we're going to jump, I guess. So I don't like jumping. I would have really preferred them to have done a lot more in that prehistory time period.
Witches.
So we're actually going to have people demonstrating against witches in this show.
leave me alone.
So Lasher's back.
I'm a part of you. The part.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's not so hard to be happy.
Okay, wow. Why couldn't we do this earlier in this show?
No.
You don't remember putting it on?
Come on, shooting fire out of your hand. How much cooler can that be? So this is just showing the key controls, seeing Lasher.
Give it to me! Rowan! Give it to me! Don't come near me!
It's almost like it's a drug that she can't be without.
You won't leave me alone! I'm sorry!
And I think this is the point she realizes she's got to get rid of him.
Hey, how are you so calm about this? That's your mother's heart.
I am not calm about this dude having her heart.
I have the power to glamour. My awesome witch power is that...
Hey, glamour's not bad. It's basically telling people to get people to do things for you.
Well, what a nice surprise. How are you settling in the house?
All right, so we're going to
I want him gone.
go talk to the family.
He spooked you, didn't he? And your tea's getting cold.
The ALS.
Oh, so Cortland is sick.
From your body completely. You would want me to do it, wouldn't you?
And ALS is a nasty son of a gun, so...
A transfer was performed once for Catherine Mayfair to her brother, my father.
So that's what we're getting into here. We're going to try to transfer this from Rowan over to another Mayfair woman and get it away from her. Interesting.
Now I have a better chance of ending it.
But it's a magical object, Cyprian. There's no way to predict what will happen when you connect.
So Cyprian's going to try to see what's going on here.
To the play? You were good enough now.
And he actually is going to get transported back to the early days.
Let her face the river.
Or at least he's back into that time period in his thoughts. He's not actually back there.
Rowan raised out of the
So Cortland bringing this up to another witch.
should be taking a risk.
Perhaps warning her would be enough to get her to change your mind.
And I'll be honest, I can't remember that witch's name either. She's shown up a couple times.
But don't give me too much credit.
So he's going to be able to use that hair.
You're thinking about it. You can tell your dad whatever you want.
They want her to stay and take over a job there, but she sees Lasher.
I'm sorry. I have visions sometimes. Premonitions.
I mean, that was sort of important there because she really shouldn't see Lasher without that necklace and that key.
Thank you, Calvin.
Thank you so much for doing this for me.
And so it looks like we're going to try to
transfer the power to a female next of kin.
Try to pull off the transfer here. Female next to kin.
What do you mean?
Lasher is connected to our family's bloodline. To you.
So they all know Lasher is connected all the way back.
Like many doctors, I do, yes.
You don't believe you're...
So could she lose that ability?
Was he a doctor too?
A banker with a penchant for necromancy.
Oh, those necromancers.
Everyone's. She was a symbol.
So that's a doll made out of all the Mayfairs.
Designee is sacred to the man. That's why Julian used her in his ceremony, and that's why.
So I guess that's maybe how they transferred Lasher before.
From your mother's head. Go on now.
So, I mean, you've got to get the rest of the Mayfairs in the little doll. Lots of stuff going on there.
An entrepreneur from Memphis burned alive yesterday with a stack of garbage.
And we're back to this guy and carrying around the heart.
There are women in this country who have made a deal with the devil.
So, I mean, this is this sounds so stupid when you hear it today. Somebody get up and preaching basically women are witches because they're trying to be powerful.
And justice was done.
Okay, so Cyprian sort of seeing what all's going on. And there was the actual key that was locking the ancestor in the cage.
Ask that you give us your blessing. Honor our appeal.
So now we're going to start the process.
Into this room so that he may be bound to another witch.
So let's pass the weird baby around and give it a little kiss. I guess that's all for witch respect to their ancestors, to get them to try to come back and help.
Take your camera out. You heard about the Mayfairs? Right.
So this twerpy little guy is going to cause all kinds of trouble.
That's Deidre Mayfair's heart.
Yeah, that's Deidre Mayfair's heart. Why the hell do you have it?
I have in my hands the heart of a witch.
You know, I don't think anybody in that crowd should be cheering for that. I think they should be wondering, what the hell are you doing, dude, with a woman's heart in your hand? But you know, when you put those crowds together, they just don't have a mind. So you're not a witch, but you're encouraging her to use the wicked words. Great idea. Well, maybe she should have used the wicked words a little bit earlier.
Like you mean it. Call him.
So now we're back present day to the ritual.
Y'all help her.
And the whole group is going to try to help her call Lasher. So he's going to be there. We all know that. And out of the fire, guess who's coming? Here's Lasher in present day.
All of this to be rid of me.
That's sort of an odd statement. I like how he delivered it.
There are risks to what you're doing. You understand them?
I wonder if she actually knew the risks. I mean, she's very arrogant and very cocky, so I wonder. Okay, that was just disgusting. You could never throw that up.
Shall I?
And I think her name is Tess, so I guess she's going to get the...
He has chosen.
I guess Tess is going to get Lasher now. And so we'll see if that works out. And out of the flames comes Lasher. I'm going to tell you, I love that shot right there of the flames turn into him. And let's cheer a little bit for the death of the witch hunter. It couldn't have happened to a nicer person. And you all know that. So we're going to use the key to get out of the cage.
Something has happened. Your mind races.
Now, if y'all remember, he had the key in his hand when he started this.
You must find your own way out of the memory.
So the key helped him go back into the memory, or he went there. Now he doesn't have it, so he's got to figure out a way to get out on his own.
Whenever you're ready. Here I am.
So, you know, Tess seemed to want this a little bit too much. She's one of those sort of overachievers, it seems like.
You're my witch.
Ooh, his witch. And you're going to be bound to him for a long time, girl. Now, have I missed something here? Do we know what this prophecy is supposed to be?
You're bound to fulfill an ancient prophecy.
Okay. If anybody out there knows, sort of tell me, but don't tell me.
Did you bring it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in there.
Oh, why are you meeting with this Dumbo?
About you, but I do. I know you want to give me that heart.
So she's using her glamour, which is good.
I knew
Oh no, and there's the evil mean guy that's preaching and being a witch hunter. All right, everybody, that's the end of the recap portion of this deal. And now I do want to just I'm going to talk about both episodes combined. I know I did a little bit about the first one, but both episodes combined, and then we'll get out of here. So, second episode, let's start with that, number 6. So this was basically all about transferring the whatever it is Lasher has with the family, transferring it from Rowan to someone else in the family. So we get to learn a lot of history there, and we learn there was a clever little necromancer that was in the family that had kept parts of all of the dead Mayfair witches. And so with that, they're going to use that doll to try to summon the spirit of Lasher. And of course, they end up being successful, they think. And so we'll see. I have to see how that goes. We also get to see the origins of Lasher here. And basically this goes all the way back to the ancestors. It's why we've been seeing those flashbacks of the early days in early America of what was happening, and this ancestor who is going to be put in the cage, and Lasher is going to actually help her and free her, but she's going to owe him. And basically this is almost like owing somebody a debt of service and having to repay it since he saved her life. And we hear something about a prophecy here, and I don't think we've heard anything about that. I mentioned something while the video was going about telling me about it if you know what it's supposed to be. Just understand spoilers. I would like to know a little bit about it, but don't totally spoil the idea in the comments if you know what's going on, okay? Now, I think I basically spoke for both episodes, and I did a lot of talking during episodes, so I'm not going to go into a lot of other things now. But basically here, I just want to talk about the episodes in general together, and I think episode 5 and 6, to me, were much better than the first 4 episodes. It's basically gotten better. Slowly, but it's gotten a little better. And so I enjoyed these 2 episodes. If the whole series would have been like these 2, that would have been a very positive. Episode 5, lots of creepiness with that house basically having its own mind. We did get to see Cyprian and Rowan together, and something going on there with the time, and it was sort of like Groundhog Day for a little while. And then, of course, Rowan ended up killing Carlotta, and that freed her from the house. I thought that was a very good episode. This episode really got down to it, number 6, because we get to see some more magic. We get to see, hey, Rowan had fire in her hand. Yes, come on now. And along with that, also, we get background. We basically see what is going on here. The family owes Lasher basically a family debt, and it has to be repaid. And unfortunately, it looks now like Tess is going to be part of this repayment as well. And of course, we get the craziness of basically having what amounts to witch hunters in modern day America. And so with that, there's some, the witch hunter thing is, and the guy running around with Deidre's heart. It's sort of silly, but it's a little bit fun, and I enjoyed it, and it was a very good episode, I think. Now, I just want to give a grade to these 2 episodes together, and I'm going to give them a solid B. I thought they both were in the B range. I would probably give episode 5 a B minus, episode 6 a B plus, maybe even an A minus, and together I'm giving them a B. I did enjoy these 2 episodes much, much, much better than the first 4. And so hopefully episode 7 and 8, which will come out, and I'll do the review on those probably within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully they're going to be a very good ending to the season, because if you all don't know, they have renewed Mayfair Witches for a 2nd season, which is a little surprising. It has not been received well by many fans, but I don't know if I'll end up reviewing it for a 2nd season or not. We'll just have to see what happens. And with that, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below, and I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.